Good morning, everyone. As I am talking to you, happy Friday. Another thing I learned early this morning, probably way too early in the morning to consume this, is today is National Pizza Day. And so for all of you who are watching today's third episode of New You, New Job, and New Home, my first question to all of our audience members, whether you are watching this as a live stream or watching this as an on-demand recording, is this simple question. For you, if you eat pizza, I'm assuming everybody does, are you a deep dish or a thin crust? So feel free to share your choice with your comment on social media. If you're seeing this on LinkedIn, Facebook, or even somehow you got to my YouTube channel, feel free to drop your comment. I will lean in and tell you what my preference is. My preference is thin crust, and the crispier the crust, the better, because I like a lot of toppings on it, and that crispy crust tends to hold it all together for me. So with that said, National Pizza Day. Now, for some of you, you may be thinking, I eat very healthy. And I'm like, okay, well, good for you. Sometimes I don't like to eat healthy. I gotta do the simple stuff. And so for today's episode, through one of the other relationships that you will see in today's conversation, it was so interesting about 2 months ago when she shared with me, hey, I've got someone in my network I want to share with you. And I'm thinking, Bill, you might be able to connect her to one of your other relationships. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, what does she do? The answer was drop. And I'm like, oh, I get the perfect person to connect her with him. By the way, I'm not matchmaking. Don't go there. Please don't go there. This is business to business networking. So it was very easy, could have been very easy for me to say, let's just do a 4-way text chat, let it be done with. But no, I had to tell Catherine, let me do it this way. So today, I have the honor of debuting our new guest, a new relationship. And she is all about balance. So before I ask her to come into the room, let me tease you with something that she loves to ask, a simple question. Let's listen to it. Here we go.
You've gone doctor to doctor for IBS relief, but let's be real. Has your doctor ever asked you this? Can you tell me about your life? As an integrative dietitian, when I first start working with a patient, the first thing I ask is, can you tell me about your life? Not only am I interested in you, but it's really important for me to have a deeper understanding of what your life looks like outside of your IBS symptoms and health concerns. Your practitioner should be asking about all of the things. What do you do on the weekend? What's your daily routine like? How's your job? How stressed are you? What do you like to eat and drink throughout the day? Who does the cooking in your home? Do you have any toxic relationships in your life? What is your support system like? What health conditions run in your family? How do you unwind after a long day? What time do you go to bed? How much time do you spend in nature? What supplements do you take? Do you drink out of plastic water bottles? What personal care products do you use? What are all of the mind, body, and gut symptoms that you're dealing with on a daily basis? Why? Because it's one thing to receive an IBS healing protocol, but it's a whole other thing to receive an IBS healing protocol that is specifically tailored to your lifestyle and the things that you enjoy eating and drinking and the activities that feel good in your body. Otherwise, it's never going to work. When I'm crafting a holistic healing plan for my clients, not only does it address all of the possible root cause factors that may be driving imbalance within your body, but it's personalized to you. We can't restore balance, and you've gone doctor to doctor for IBS relief, but let's be real. Has your doctor ever asked you this?
Oh, too funny, too funny. I watched this video that I just shared with all of you. from Miss Kelly Heiser. And when I watched it, I'm like, oh my gosh, the questions, especially the personal one. I shared it with my wife and she just died laughing. So with all of that said, let's welcome Kelly into the room. Kelly, how are you?
Hey, Bill. Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. Thank you for sharing your time with us because I know you run a business as a female boss that requires your commitment to your schedule because your community of clients expect to see you. No, absolutely. Thank you for sharing your time with us. So let's lean in and start this way. First, who are your clients?
So I deal with a lot of women, especially women that are frustrated with not getting answers from their normal doctors. So being an integrative dietitian, what I do is all about getting to the root cause of imbalance within the body, and I specialize in gut health. So a lot of the women that I deal with have gut health issues, IBS, leaky gut, other things in nature to the gut. But I also deal with a lot of women that have other conditions as well, because the gut is very much so connected to the entire body. So a lot of times these women, high stress, overachieving professional women that I work with are dealing with not only gut issues, but other mind body issues as well. Brain fog, trouble sleeping, low energy, mental health concerns, anxiousness, sadness, autoimmune conditions, food sensitivities. And it's very fun for me to ask all of the questions because I always want to dig deeper to really understand who I'm dealing with as an individual and get a really clear background in terms of all of the factors that could be driving imbalance within their body. And then work little by little to kind of tackle all of the different lifestyle factors and help them restore balance so that they can feel like they can show up in their lives and excel in their profession, in their home life, with their friends, with their family. So it's really gratifying for me to be able to help to support them in achieving those health outcomes.
Wonderful. Gut health. So for men, with the exception of our next guest who's going to show up and come into the room, for most men, we have a gut, right? But for women, it's a totally different challenge. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And men and women, they both deal with gut issues, right? The stuff that I do talk about can absolutely apply to men without a doubt. But, dealing with women and getting them to reconnect to their mind and body, that's always much easier than it is than helping men do that. Not to say, we can't help them, but, it's for me, specializing in women's health is, it's kind of where it's at for me.
Wonderful. So with today being National Pizza Day, is pizza a bad thing for gut health?
Well, I guess it depends, right? So
Love it.
If you are sensitive to certain foods, right? Gluten, dairy, those are very common things.
Yeah.
And if you're experiencing issues eating those foods, maybe avoiding, certain foods that have those ingredients in them can be beneficial for you. But for general population, I am a non-diet dietitian. I love pizza. I love tacos. And I think food is really meant to be enjoyed. And for most people, they can have an imbalance within their gut that can cause a lot of these uncomfortable symptoms, food sensitivities to be one of them. So I don't always lead with taking things out. I'm very much so all about what can we pull in, because it's going to be so much more beneficial for people to focus on what they should be doing rather than what they shouldn't be doing in terms of achieving long-term success. And we don't want people to use every last ounce of their willpower to stick to a restrictive diet and to cut out all of those things that really bring them joy, because I love pizza. And if I worked with a practitioner who told me I was never allowed to eat pizza again, they would be fired. So, it's really...
Yeah, I'm so glad to hear from you that it's a holistic approach. And your Instagram video of, do you get asked this question? It so resonated with me, even though I'm not, your community of clients because I'm on the other gender side. Yeah. But it resonated with me because with my business, I also asked a very simple question. Tell me about your life, because there's no one size fits all with what I deliver to people who are going through life events that just might need mortgage money to accomplish that next step. So wonderful. How can potential women that are looking for solutions to improve their gut health, how can they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Just go to 𝙉𝙚𝙬 Inc. Click the link in my bio. I've got a ton of information in there. I share a lot of tips and tricks within my social media platforms. So you can always follow me along. And if you need any additional support, I work one-on-one with women through, the insurance. It's covered by insurance, from a
wonderful
perspective. And then I also have a program. It's called the Balanced Belly Solution. So if you're looking for more of a self-paced, jam-packed kind of program that covers all of the possible root cause factors that can be driving your symptoms, that's usually a really great resource for women. They find a lot of value and support. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. And for those of you who are watching this, if what Kelly has shared with you with my humorous attempt to introduce her through that video that so resonated with me, she's got a lot of other interesting, funny content. By the way, I love that you must be a Costco customer, right?
Love Costco.
I know. I love it. However, when I leave it, I don't love it because you can never leave that place without dropping $250.
Oh yeah, my bank account hates it, but there's just something invigorating about buying in bulk, right?
That's true. That's true. And by the way, the pizza there is not too shabby.
No, not big at all.
Let's now welcome a returning guest. I call him Mr. Hustle Fitness. But before we bring him into the room, let me share with you something that he has always shared with his community of clients, which also really, supports the word balance. But the one thing he adds to it is strength, right? And this is something he shared with his entire community of people who want to get more balance, get more strength. And hey, I'll lean in here and be vulnerable. As I'm getting older, I feel like sometimes I lose balance, right? Balance in everything in my life, but it's called physical balance. So let's welcome Chris into the room. Chris.
Hey, guys.
How are you today?
I am good. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, I don't know what you call that exercise. Let me attempt to describe it, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. When I was in your studio sometime back, there was that one exercise you had me pair up with a buddy, another participant, and you said, Bill, stand on one leg, and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm going to lose my balance. That's immediately what I thought. And then you said, hold your hands out here. And I'm like, okay, I'm following along. And then you said to the buddy in front of me, okay, now push Bill. Remember that exercise?
I do, yeah. I think I was a little more organized than push Bill. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a fun little partner drill that we do sometimes to start off sessions, just to kind of get people's nervous system working, work on balance before they get started with the workout. So yeah, and I kind of tell the people the partner to sort of work with their partner, and if they see them falling over, kind of don't push them as much. But you must have had really good balance if I told someone just to push you over, or we're just.
But you know what? Once you had us all paired up to do this, and you reminded us, well, don't intentionally push Bill over. Just kind of like help him test his balance. That made perfect sense to me. Talk to us about, your community of clients. Does it kind of mirror what Kelly does for her community? Is it the same genre of women? But certainly I know you help men as well because, improve our core strength and stamina and so forth, right?
Yeah, definitely. I would say I do primarily train more women than men. I'd say probably 70%. But
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot of people are coming to us for sort of the same things. Like they want to feel better, they want to, look better as well. Generally, when you feel good, you look good, and vice versa. And they want to move better. So it's a lot of people kind of share kind of the same things. They just want to kind of get better every day, lead a better, more balanced life, and still enjoy pizza.
Yeah.
Wow.
And enjoy pizza. All right. So question for you, pizza. Do you eat pizza? Chris, I asked that question because, hey, I know you got that 6-pack thing going. You probably don't eat as much pizza as much as I do, right?
I eat a decent amount. I really like pizza. I do opt for a cauliflower crust a lot of times.
Oh, got
But
it.
yeah, I mean, I try to do a lot of toppings too, throw a lot of veggies on it. But yeah, no, from time to time, it's really all about balance. And I like how Kelly was saying it's hard to, if there's something that you really love to eat, it's hard to cut that out because that's all you're going to think about. So it's easier to add good things in, like put more veggies or switch it to cauliflower or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And am I correct? I mean, as some of us, not you guys, by the way, not you, Kelly, not you, Chris, but for the rest of us that are aging, it's important to achieve that level of balance based on our life events. And that's what you guys help us do.
Yeah, I think like as we all get older, we have more and more things kind of on our plate, like that get added to it. So yeah, it's all about really, finding that balance to where you can still get to where you want to go to reach your goals. Like, it doesn't take a ton of like time to plan out healthy meals or to plan time to like work out. And generally those things are going to give you more energy so that you can spend time doing the things that you love to do and put more energy into the people that you love and the people that you want to spend time with. So a lot of it is just, yeah, finding that balance, finding the right guide on your journey and finding someone you can kind of connect with. It's going to help you along the way.
Yeah. And from what I know about you, your lovely family, I don't know how you do it. You apparently have struck a pretty good balance in your life because you got 2 little kids. You have a wife that I see in your studio working out as well. So kudos to you. Care to share some advice? Now that we've moved into the 2nd month of the calendar year, it is this time of the month where a lot of people who signed up for those very obvious gym memberships and they're dropping their credit card payment to keep going, they start to fall off. What word of advice would you share with our audience today as to how to keep things going?
I would say find a support system, like find someone you can go to the gym with that'll hold you accountable. And, that's really the biggest thing. Like, you got to have a plan. Like if the plan is, I'm just going to go to the gym, it's not very specific. So having a plan that's like, I'm going to go 3 days a week. I'm going to work out for this amount of time. I'm going to wear these gym clothes when I go to the gym. The more specific you can get the plan, the better. And you can always change it. And then same thing with finding that support system, commit to that support system for 2 weeks, 2 months. And then if it's not working, then you can always adjust the plan or even modify that support system if it's just not right for you or if things are changing. But yeah, I would say, just keep going, adjust the plan as opposed to like throwing the plan away altogether. Because that's when it gets tough, when you kind of have to keep starting over again. It's more like just look at it as you're adjusting as time goes on.
Love it. And Kelly's nodding her head like, you're speaking my language. Love it, guys. And oh, by the way, audience members, it is Kelly and Chris that we brought together. And my crazy ass idea was, let's bring them together, have them participate in this short run video podcast series. So there you have it. I spilled the beans. Let me now invite the person who shared in this crazy ass idea. And that is Catherine Brukalo. Catherine, welcome to the room today.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me today, Bill. I appreciate it. Yes, we are definitely two connectors. So I'm glad that we were able to connect these two and connect them with a larger audience.
Bingo. And I know you shared the same mission and platform with these two lovely people. And you help those mamas, whether it be a new single mama, because I don't know, unfortunately, maybe they left a married chapter in their previous life that wasn't so great, but they're starting their new chapter. And I know you also help those mamas that need to find balance, kind of like yourself, with all of the stuff in front of them, right? Talk to us about that.
Well, I like to help these moms, whether they're law moms or executive moms, or as you said, moms entering a different chapter in their life. So there's changes to focus at work or on work at work and home at home. So they're not yelling and snapping and regretting their time away and having guilt about one or the other. It isn't a magic pill, but there are ways that we can work on our schedules. We can work on our thoughts to lead us to a place where we can do the things that serve us. We can set our schedules according to our priorities, according to our values. And, if that means one day for someone like me, I'm a better, mom than I am a business woman, so be it. The next day I may be a better businesswoman than a mom, and I'm okay with that. As long as we kind of work towards the goals, which I'm gonna say, and I'm sure everyone will agree, can sometimes be tedious and can sometimes be boring. It's about the consistency. It's not about the glamour and the sexiness. So, we start small. We can build on that. We can figure out what's working, what's not working, what we can do differently. And we get to where we're going. We get to our destination, and the journey is part of that.
Yeah, right on, right on. All of that being said, let's bring in one more guest into the conversation today. Anne-Marie, like the two of you, like Kelly, and also like Catherine, she's a mama, and she's a female boss. So let's bring her into the room. Anne-Marie, how do you do what you do with everything going on? I mean, you organize a lot of people's lives, busy executives. I know you love to bow hunt, right?
Oh, yes.
So sharing with Chris what he's passionate about, my guess is you probably are very good with core strength, because how do you kind of, pull that bow back to let go of the arrow? That's my perception.
Well, I like that, but I actually messed up my abs a while ago, and I had to get a crossbow. So I literally wind it. It's a lot easier. But I get everything done because I want to do that so badly, or I want to quilt so badly, that I prioritize getting things done quicker, better, more efficiently, so that you can do fun stuff.
Yeah. Have you heard, Anne-Marie, this phrase that's kind of popular right now called the silver tsunami? So let me throw that up there so that everybody can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I learned this phrase within the past several weeks. For those of you who may already know this, well, good for you. I'm going to lean in and kind of give you a snapshot. Silver tsunami, what is it? It's the aging baby boomer population that's still living large, very healthy. So that's because of people like Chris Jakubiak and his business supporting that mission. But the challenge is they're downsizing from their large home to sometimes maybe a smaller home, but maybe not that small. And so with that, with that concept, silver tsunami, Anne-Marie, you're seeing a lot of that, right? People who are downsizing, they need to lean on you for how to get rid of stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
there's a lot of things that,
talk to us about how you branded your business and why it's called That Girl Organizes.
All right. So when I was 15, I was on the water ski team in Madison, and my coach, after the second day of meeting me, he goes, "You're Anne-Marie?" I said, "Yes." He said, "What can I do for you?" He goes, "No, you're that girl from here on out." And I'm like, "Okay, what a weirdo." And I went out in my day, and later on in the practice, he goes, "No, Anne-Marie, you don't understand. There's a show about an independent woman from Chicago, and I know you're from Illinois, who, broke off from dad, and she just made it big. And that's why I'm calling you that girl." And the star of the show, That Girl, Marlon Brando, she was called Anne-Marie. So I have stuck with that. When I was 18, my husband and I were together, and he was the computer guy. He goes, "You need an email address." And I said, "Okay." I said, "How about That Girl?" And I got it.
Wonderful, wonderful. For those of you who do not know Anne-Marie or That Girl Organizes, and if you happen to be part of that silver tsunami, right, that is thinking about planning to downsize from your larger home to perhaps a smaller home, or better yet, maybe you are moving from the upper Midwest to sunny Florida, the South, and you need to get rid of stuff. Who doesn't need to kind of shed, right? Feel free to hit up Anne-Marie. She does wonders to help you, to coach you, mentor you, or just flat out do it for you to get rid of your stuff that you don't need, that you shouldn't keep, and also organize you for the next chapter of your life. So as we wrap up today, because this is something that I always remember from Chris. So I'm going to go around the room right now and ask, we'll start with Kelly. Kelly, who's your celebrity crush?
I am a Leonardo DiCaprio all day. Bring me back to the Romeo and Juliet. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Leo movies till the sun comes up.
Yeah, the forever bachelor, as I call him. But he's a damn good actor. I say that. Anne-Marie, I remember the last time when I asked you this same question. You said Patrick Dempsey. Are you going to change from that?
It's between he and Patrick Sharp, who used to play for the Hawks. He's a hottie too, and he's fit.
So with those two guys, with the two Patricks, you guys, you like guys with nice wavy hair. Good for you.
I do.
All right, Miss Brukalo, putting you on the spot. Who might be your celebrity crush?
Thank you, Bill. And in the fashion of my not really being a rule follower, I'm going to hijack this opportunity, as I talked about this last time, to tell everyone about a scholarship opportunity for high schoolers in Niles, Illinois. I'm on the board for the Niles Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and there is a scholarship opportunity. There are two $4,000 scholarships being awarded to high school seniors. The high school seniors, to be eligible, must be one of or more, but one of a Niles, Illinois resident, a child of a chamber member employee, or an employee of a chamber member themselves. I see Bill has put up the link for the page at the chamber where you can get a little bit more information. And then there's also a further link there for you to click to apply. And the application has some information as well as an essay question for the high schoolers to answer. The extended deadline is next Friday, so a week from today. And I just wanted to put that out there for the Niles, Illinois and surrounding community, because we all know that we could use all the help we can get financially when we're putting these kids through various schools, right? So not a very big ask, a 500, I believe, or minimum 300 to maximum 500 word essay and an application. So there you have it, folks. If you have high schoolers who are eligible or friends with high schoolers who may be eligible, please share. Thanks so much, Bill. I appreciate the opportunity.
Wonderful. That's a good way to escape that question, but I'm going to ask that again at a future date. So you heard it, audience members. If you're a mama, a papa, and you've got soon to be college age kids that can benefit from a good chunk of dough, that's your opportunity. Go hit that URL link and see if you qualify for some great money. Chris, who's your celebrity crush?
Well, I'm going to name 3, and Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Felipe. What I also like to call the Rifecta.
The Rifecta, I love it, love it. I always, by the way, this question, celebrity crush, it's something that once I got to meet Chris Jakubiak and benefited from his expertise as a fitness coach, that's the one question he's always asked. And so if you want to share your answer to that, follow Chris Jakubiak, or better yet, just go visit him at one of his 2 locations and growing, because he just might ask you, hey, who's your celebrity crush? It makes a difference to get those 6-pack abs, which I'm trying to get there, Chris. So for all of you audience members who may be my family members and close friends, I share with you the red envelope that I have to give out this weekend. It's a shitload of money. Our bank account will get depleted a little bit. And so with full respect, happy Chinese New Year to all of you out there who celebrate the Lunar New Year. And so with that said, until we all see each other in the next episode of New You, New Job, and New Home. By the way, we have some upcoming guests, new people, new relationships that will lean in and talk about the new job opportunities. And maybe along the way, that just might help you or someone that you know. So until then, happy National Pizza Day. Everyone, go out and get your favorite slice of pizza. And Chris, Catherine, Kelly, enjoy your Friday. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.